First of all, let me tell y'all my names because people don't know. Okay, so I go by the name Giselle, Naneke Asewa Koto, aka the Headucator, SKA the Guagua Queen, CWA Kwabediankor.
So you sell coochie, you're like a prostitute?
I sell coochie and throats. It's giving prostitution.
Wait. Hold on, wait.
I like receiving a lot. When I'm receiving, all the curtains and everything should be closed because the sound is giving beatbox.
Are you gay?
What?
Like what do you, are you like your sexuality like?
I identify as a puzzle. I'm a whole lot. I'm a surpriser. I'm a box full of everything, anything sweet, juicy, alomo bitters. I've dated a few pastors. What? I'm asleep, but I can hear him praying. Rabatoshi, I'm like, oh my God. Are you trying to take the trance out of me? Don't do that.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Rants, Bants, and
Confessions
podcast. We're so happy to be here today because we're about to have the juiciest conversation, okay? Yeah.
And guys, if you hear me talking like this, it's because I've been influenced by our guest. So yeah. Today, as usual, we are produced by Glacier Africa.
Princess, don't kill me. I'm so happy to introduce our guest today. I'm so honored.
Yes.
Because we have the one, the only Headucator.
You see, my head goes like this. My head goes like this when I say Headucator.
Hi, Headucator.
Hi, girlie.
So my first question is, are you gay?
Not that.
Hold on. First of all, let me tell y'all my names because people don't know.
Okay,
so I go by the name Giselle, Naneke Asewa Koto, aka the Headucator, SKA the Guagua Queen, CWA Kwabediankor.
Wait, the guac queen.
Period.
What's guac?
Guagua,
Oh, good.
So wait, today's topic, we're talking about living as a transgender in Ghana. Okay. But first of all, you mentioned your name is Giselle.
Yeah.
You are a trans woman, which means you were born biologically as a man. So what did your parents name you?
So my parents named me Bants Akoto Adams, period.
Brent's name?
Akoto Adams.
Adams.
The Ghanaians say Adams.
Guys, have you seen why? Guys, have you seen why my language has changed today? Because So yeah, today we are going to get into it.
Okay, baby.
No boundaries, right?
No boundaries.
Yes, we are here for educational purposes.
Yes.
Because as Ghanaians, like this is like a very traditional part of the world, like in Africa.
Yes.
We don't know about being trans, the LGBTQ and all those things. So today we want to understand. We are going to be in the viewers' shoes and ask questions. Okay.
So why are you gay?
You are gay. You are gay.
I'm not gay. I'm a woman, aka girl.
Okay. So being trans, it means that you identify as a woman.
Yes, baby.
You feel like you are a woman.
Trapped in a man's body. So to escape that, we take stuff or we do exercises that feminize our bodies.
Like what?
I have thick thighs. And I work out a lot for them. It's giving KFC chicken wings. Finger licking good.
Okay, you said you do things that you exercise women.
I do exercises and take pills. I just started taking hormones.
Oh, you take hormones?
Yes, baby.
Aren't they expensive?
They are, but guess what?
What?
Anything for the boazi.
Anything for the boazi.
Yes, baby.
So how are you able to afford such expensive things?
Well, there are friends and fans outside the country that are like, you know what? I just like you. What can I do to help?
Wow.
Exactly. There are people all over the world that are like fascinated by trans nature.
Okay.
So they are willing to help any way, anyhow they can do. I mean, it's not only my baby boys who help me.
Your what?
My baby boys.
Boys. Hey, ready? I go pong.
So like, how did you get popular?
Well, I got popular by that guy. I mean, our video that leaked. A lot of Ghanaians were, antagonizing me because they thought I was the one that leaked the videos. But the ones that came out were actually seen as taking a video that was taken on his phone to Telegram groups.
So he was the one recording.
He recorded everything because it was allegedly was for a sugar mommy. And I did see the text between them before we started the work. Y'all know I don't give coochie for free.
Period.
Yeah. So, education is key. Education isn't free.
So you sell coochie, you're like a prostitute.
I sell coochie and throats. It's giving prostitution.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Nah, I think I could have had. Can I get a drink today? Honestly, like
guys, today we've been old. We thought we were Ogboro, but today we've met.
Okay, so like a continuation to
so like
Princess
you identify as a prostitute.
Yeah, as an escort. I also do private massages
with a happy ending.
Oh, you know what's
I know what's up.
Yeah, that's when the guagua comes and they can on diary comes. And on diary is not a name that's just formed. It's because I can cream.
And what's it? What it's called? A what? On diary?
Non-diary. That's a milk, no.
An idiot.
Okay. We are just in shock right now, but I want to go straight to the point.
Honestly, I feel like everything I wanted to ask is just leaving my body.
It is coming. I have a lot of questions.
Wow.
And I want us to get into the serious part here.
So how did you get the name Headucator? Did you name yourself or
somebody gave it to you?
I was just So what's tea is, I'm a very brilliant student. Those who went to school with me, JHS, Primary, St. Augustine's College, I went there biologically. St. Augustine's. I went there biologically, but delusionally, I'm a gay girl.
But I want you to take us through your life growing up.
Yes.
When you realized you were trans, when you started, right now you are with men, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So and when some women.
And some, really?
Wait, you also, so you're bisexual?
I wouldn't say I'm bisexual. Sometimes these women, I don't do it because I want to do it.
The money.
It's not even the money, but like sometimes, I don't know, it's mood. My mood swings are not behavior-wise. My mood swings are very sexual.
Okay, so you're also attracted to women, but it has to be a certain type of woman.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to your question.
Back to my question. Like, I want you to take us through your childhood, like when you realized that, when you started showing people that your feminine side, when you decided that, no, I have to be trans, I have to live in my truth. Like, I want you to take us through it and how it has been. Or
even a continuation to that question. When did you start feeling like this?
Yeah.
At what age?
So, at the age of 4, I didn't live with my mom. It's been a single parent situation, like growing up. I don't know a dad figure. It's not like I hate him, but I don't recognize him, okay? Period. So, growing up, it's been my mom. And as an only child too, it's like every single thing, I had to look up to my mom. And there even got to a situation whereby I had to like, start doing stuff without her presence. So the first time I realized that, no, I'm actually a girl is when I would be put on the football pitch with guys and then they'll be like, what am I doing? But when I see girls playing ampy and you give me the mother role, oh my goodness.
Shoot them,
oh, sweetie. Oh, sugar. I will shoot everyone. One. Not even one person left standing. But football, when you throw the ball at me, I'm not good with playing football and basketball and stuff like that because I do play with a lot of balls.
I knew you were going to say that. I swear. I knew you were going to say that. So is that the only instance? Is it because you couldn't like play sports?
And
or what was
give us the ages
but like,
too.
at the age of 6, I was watching this music video. Hey, Beyonce.
Yeah, Shakira.
That song made me realize that, oh my God, these women are beautiful. I want to be them. And even when I was seeing Michael Jackson, I even saw Michael Jackson as a woman. When he died, that's when I realized that he was a man. And I was like, okay.
Wait, so, why? How were you seeing Michael Jackson as
I was seeing everything feminine. Everything
because he was a bit more flamboyant. He was a bit more, okay.
I don't think I can do this anymore.
And okay.
Gisela.
No, continue. The beginning.
Okay. Continue.
I saw them and I was like, nah, I'm comfortable doing them. Like, I'll be dancing secretly. And then it got to a part where I went to live with my cousin. And
male or female cousin?
Male. And one time he caught me watching porn and then...
How old were you at the age?
I was 6 that time too.
You were 6 watching porn? Was it male?
6 years old.
Was it?
6. I saw it on his laptop. I used to play Harry Potter. So I saw him going out to play football and I was like, you know what, let me just go and play the game whilst he's not there.
Being a kid, going through, being sneaky.
And I was just going through stuff and I saw this... a man, strong man on a very skinny woman, giving it to her from the back. And I was like, wow. I was not even enticed by how the woman is moaning or anything.
It was the
but
man.
The way the man is sweating and then
At 6?
Yeah, I don't
6
know.
years
I
old.
just started doing
You
stuff
felt
to
some
me.
things, okay.
So he came to catch me watching it and he was like, you know what? Demonstrate what you're watching. Else I'll go and tell your mom.
What?
Your cousin?
Your cousin?
Yeah.
Your biological cousin?
Yeah, this is supposed to be traumatic, but like I've got to a point where I just make everything a joke.
Let's go back. Your male cousin came and saw you watching porn.
Yeah.
And told you to demonstrate it on him.
No, he was like, I should demonstrate so he sees what I was watching.
And you were 6
Because when he
years
came,
old.
I was just trying to stop it and then I did something to the laptop.
Okay.
But he heard,
the moans.
Yeah. So when he came, he was like, I should demonstrate. I was like, okay. I went into the position of the woman and he's like, have you done it before? I said, Papa, I've not done it before. I don't know. Please don't tell my mom. You know, if you're a kid and then you went to your mom before to
And
R.I.P.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? Let me just do it and then go. He was like, no, do it. Do it and let me see. We did it. And then I felt...
We did it as in you and
What
him.
do you mean?
Yeah.
You guys had sex?
Yeah, that was the first time I did it. It was
6
painful.
years old.
Yeah. It was very painful, but like ever since that time, I'll just be there. I'll see something that looks the shape of, I don't know. It started with the TV remotes.
Okay.
From there, I went to using my pencils in my coochie.
Okay.
I'm sorry if this is too
No, it's not too much.
No. We are just
But
trying
yeah.
to
It's
understand.
educative.
Yeah.
I'm understanding.
that was when I realized that, okay, I was already girly, but that's when I realized that, okay, there's feeling from this kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay, so I was like, you know what? Let me just do it. But growing up, I went to boys' school and then I had to bottle up all this femininity.
Okay.
So some of my classmates would be like, oh, then we not know say so he did. I was like, oh, even in school I was cruising.
Wait, cruising meaning what?
With a couple of niggas.
So the guys in your school, you were also engaged in sexual activities with them?
A few of them, the nice ones and the rich ones. I've always been transactional. It started from chop box, now it went to wallet.
Okay. So the first time you experienced sex was with was when you were 6 years old, right? Now there's a lot of people. Let me use an example. Ini, Idibia, and Two-Face. They met when she was a kid and he has cheated on her, quote unquote, multiple times. Yeah. And people say it's because she met him when she was young, so she was conditioned. So I'm not asking based off my experience on trans people. I'm asking from a viewer's point of view. What if somebody's defense to the way you are right now is that maybe you experienced this with your cousin the first time. That's the first time you ever experienced. So maybe your mind has been conditioned that because you were very young. So your mind has been conditioned that, okay, this is the right way.
Or the normal way.
The normal way. Because although you said, although it was painful, like you felt like a little bit of niceness to it. Like you felt, although it was painful, you felt, so what if, like you've been conditioned because of what's happened? Okay, so now this is what you see. How old are you now?
I'm 20.
You are 20. You're still very young. So what if like it is something that you feel like like it's just your brain has just been conditioned because that's something that you have been introduced to. So it's like coming to Accra for the first time and now you're like, oh, my village, this is what we used to do. This is what we used to do. So have you experienced a woman, like had sex with a woman in that type of way or falling in love with a woman to know that, okay, I actually really like men, and then this is how I am supposed to be.
Yeah, I've been in relationships with girls before. That was way before I started accepting myself at the age of 17. I started being trans at 17. So that was when, but before then, SHS pressure, you have to go and be with some girls. You have to go and do this with some girls and be like, okay, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. But for me, I knew it. I was just using the girls. Okay, I just get the girls for cover up so my cover doesn't get blown up in SHS. But after SHS, I apologized to them. I was like, you know what? I'm so sorry, but I can't do this anymore. Even one girl that I was dating, she's also now lesbian. And I'm like, okay, then it's giving what? Twin.
But do you know that you went through a very traumatic experience? I feel like in this part of the world, we don't take certain things very serious. You were raped.
Yeah.
You were 6. You're a minor. You're a child.
She wasn't a legally consenting adult.
There was at all.
Yeah.
And your cousin, how old was he at the time?
He was 17.
17.
Are you guys still cool?
No, he's
Your cousin
now.
who was 17, who has way more knowledge, knows his right from his wrongs, took advantage of you. Like, have you been able to process that? Or have you put that in the back of your head that you don't want to process that?
Yeah, I've just put that in the back of my head.
Okay.
I don't really talk about, I don't know, I've gotten to the stage where I make every traumatic experience a joke.
No.
So it doesn't really get to me.
So that's your
You
defense
understand?
mechanism.
Exactly. That's what makes me escape reality. People are like, Headucator, you're always happy. Why? There was never a time we see you sad. If I should come and say what is bothering me or my sad thing, what you're going to say is sorry.
And you can't help
You wouldn't
me.
even say, okay, just take this 2,000 euros and then bring your tears. You won't say that.
But sometimes, talking about trauma is it's a form of healing. When you bottle things inside, it doesn't help at all. It actually makes things worse. And you feel like you feel like you don't even have anybody to talk to that's really gonna understand what you're going through. So you just decide to keep it to yourself. But babes, honestly, like you've gone through a very traumatic experience in your life.
I talked to my mom the most.
So did your mom know about what happened?
Yeah, I told her at a very late, like a later
stage
Can
cry.
never relate. Even right now, it's still not too late.
She was broken. She was like, wait, this is what you're going through? And I was like, yeah, because you were in Accra hustling and then I was in my hometown.
Where's your hometown?
Aguna Swedi.
Swedi.
Swedi. Okay, so your mom was in Accra and then you were in Swedi.
And I was
with
in Swedi.
Okay, with your aunties and then
with my grandma.
With your grandma.
My dad's mom, but
Okay.
I never met my dad. I don't know
okay.
how. And that woman, it was giving more treatment because she was like, why do I play with dolls? They will give me money, I'll go and buy Chobi. And then she'll be like, you know what? Go and watch this stuff. Go and watch that. Go and scrub this. So I learned how to do stuff at a very early age. Scrubbing. She even got to a stage where we had to hawk. I went into hawking.
What did you say? Pure water.
Yeah. And I got an accident, but she didn't care. She was like, where's the money? So I had to go back to the road. Like it was giving a whole lot. So one thing I always want to tell people who are in relationships or trying to have a baby is make sure that it's stagnant. The relationship is going to stick there. The child is going to have the both of you
The love
by their
from both
side.
sides.
Yeah.
Because the absence of one, no matter how much or how many smiles you pour on the child, there is still going to be something missing.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So my mom is literally like my dad and mom at the same time. She was busy working. I was watching Barbie. I was just a girl in a village doing all right. And I became a princess overnight. Poor.
So you were literally left alone in this world with no one to really give you that kind of pour that love inside of you because your mom was, oh my man, shut up. It wasn't on purpose. She just had to hustle. Yeah. But then she also left you in the care of people who didn't really care for you. So you're literally navigating through this world on your own.
Yeah. I was doing everything by myself. And I don't know, up to now, I can be indoors like a whole month.
Yeah.
And people are like, hey, you don't go out. I've never been to Garage before.
Really?
I've never been to Kruna. I've never been to Ace Tenera. I don't know what they call
Ace
it.
Tantra.
Yes, babe. I've never been to all these places. I've never been there. I'm always indoors doing my stuff. I mean,
is it because you're
watching a
scared or
movie?
you're just a loner? You just like to be alone?
Exactly. But like, I mean, I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, that is Central Place. Let me see, what is there? I don't know, what is there? I've been to a club before, but I'll tell you guys that one later.
Okay.
We're waiting. Anyway, so you mentioned that you started accepting yourself at 17. How did your mommy react to that?
So my mom, it was a shock. But she was like, I always expected this day. Because it was like, I knew you were different. It was heartbreaking, but it's like, you know it's coming. Like those times that your math teacher is going to say that the class didn't do well. Get ready. When I come to the class, put your head on the table. You know that they will come. So you're just preparing for it. Okay. And she was like, I'm not surprised. And even my so-called dad called and was like, hey, so you knew your son was always like this? I was like, hello, Mom, can I speak to him? I'm not your son, he's giving daughter. Bye. That was all.
That's what you said. But I mean, he wasn't really in your life. So he doesn't even have a
why does he have a say? That's what was even pissing me off. Why did you call? What did you call for? Who gave you the audacity? Like school fees, you didn't call. Bills, you didn't call. Sexuality, where you won't call. God, beg, cut him.
So it's one thing to be trans. Okay. That is like, people will argue that it is biological. You can't do anything. It's something you feel in you, right? But then, like, let's come to the transactional sex part. You are only 20 years old. Like, what has happened? What pushed you into doing transactional sex? And then, first, one, that's it. And then two, having the confidence to, like, post it online. Because that's what I see your Twitter. That's where, like, you post your Telegram link for people.
My Twitter is... Have you seen my Telegram?
No, I don't have money yet for that.
Oh, it's nothing, but the trailers there are quite traumatic.
You have the trailers on your Telegram?
Falling in love as a trans girl is a no-no for me because I've given it a try. And every man that comes to my life, there's a woman in the picture. There's a girl in the picture. They're dating, they're doing stuff, they're engaged or married. And then I was like, you know what? If these men are not going to be solely mine and they're just coming to take their fantasy, why don't I put bills to it? So I started from somewhere. Some Ghanaians have problems with me I now charge in dollars and they are mad. And I'm like, if you're mad, a day or there, but it's my whole that you want. Okay. Sometimes, I don't know, being trans, it triggers a whole lot in men. I'm at a point where I know if I see this guy and I want him, I'll get him and I can get him.
Even
that's simple.
Wait, what have you seen in Ghana?
Right.
I've not seen anything, but I've seen a lot. I've been to so many places.
Because you mentioned married people too. So there's a lot of these married men or even guys.
I don't have a problem with guys that
but they're low key. They're down. They're being down low about it.
And I don't care. What I care is the treatment.
So that means in this Ghana that we live in, we have a lot of down low married men.
It happens.
And down low people in relationships.
I was watching your last video about you being okay with bi men. I was like, girl, you were open-minded. I was like, wait, did you grow up in Ghana?
Yeah.
Well, kudos. Anyways, I was saying, married men and guys that are dating, you can't expect love from them.
No.
You will never get it. So I'm like, the first time when I started, they will come, we'll do stuff, they will feel good, they will go, I won't hear from them. I'm like, okay, so this is going to be your hearing from me fee, this is going to be your this fee. Now I take a booking fee. If you want to see me, you have to book me, and then the price for whatever you're going to do comes. If you're going to talk on the phone, 15 minutes is 500 Ghana cedis every 15 minutes.
And you get clients.
How lucrative is it?
I do. It's there. That's even what, when I feel lazy to meet people, that's even what feeds me like the whole month. Sometimes I don't want to meet people. Sometimes I'm lazy. The coochie wants to rest because it's giving love feminine hygiene wash.
So this means it's highly lucrative. It's something you can literally like survive on in, let's say, a month.
Yeah.
So it means you have a lot of customers or clients.
Yeah, but not everyone has to. Exactly. Not everyone gets my attention.
Okay.
I always make it known that I'm very transactional. Okay. I'm the trans in transactional. Yeah.
So it means
I'm not. You can't come with me with the Peter vibe. Silver and gold, you have none. I beg, go home.
So it means that you doing transactional sex is not, from what you've said, it's not because of financial constraint or anything.
No.
You are just doing it because of shege. Men are showing you shege, so now you have to.
It's just that, because if I want something, I can tell my mom. I'm a spoiled girl. My mom, any means, anyhow, she'll get it from me. She's a go-getter. And I got that spirit from her. If I want something, I'm like, you know what? I want to do this. I'm not those girls that are like, I want to be like this person. No, you can never be like someone.
No.
I can be close to the person, but I can't be the person.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm like, if you're always wearing, you influence my life a lot.
Oh, sad.
In wearing stuff that are like a little sexy and, you know, I started watching you at a very early age. That was around SHS time. And I was like, you know what? Who is this girl? And people said, oh, she's not in Ghana. I was like, okay. I started following you everywhere. And then I was like, okay. And I saw that your dress you took to some...
Cardi B?
No, that dress, the
silver
see-through.
one. Yeah.
Which one?
You took to Kwesiata something.
Oh, the album. It was the black skirt with the see-through.
Goodness, I have to get one of these dresses. It looks so good. And she's so confident.
Yeah.
That's the way you dress and stuff. That's what made me know that this girl didn't grow up in Ghana. Because Ghanaians are hypocrites.
Yeah,
Sometimes I take fees from men who come to see me, like we do stuff and then openly they are homophobic. They tell me, yeah, I know some of them, they are like, oh, my page is for shading gays. I'm like, okay, then you have to pay me for that because when I see it, I'll get mad. Yeah.
Wait, so like they're homophobic, but they're not homophobic.
Yeah.
So are some of these
They're
people
homophobic
like
but fruity.
Okay, are some of these people popular?
I've been with just 3 popular people. And one reason why people keep company with me is because of how I can
keep your mouth closed.
That's where I'm coming to. Because I was asking you about this whole Hayford situation that happened. Has it like made you lose some clients? Because if you didn't come and tell us right now that you're not the one that leaked it, it's in my head that
I'm the one that leaked it. So
leaked it.
even on TikTok, I made a video talking about this on TikTok first. When the video came out, one popular trans woman in Africa, she's in Ghana actually, Angel Max.
Yeah.
I heard she was like, I should lay low and all that. I was like, okay, sure. But laying low was not helping because people were texting me, threatening me and all that. And I lost so many clients. I have a group on, a channel on Telegram where nobody sees who is there, but like, that's why I upload my naughty clips.
Why you always looking at I can't notice it now.
Because you're giving me a very young core vibe. So I mean, that is, people pay to join and my charges range from 400 cities to 1,000 cities for some couple of weeks.
Okay.
But you're just satisfying your eyes. Yeah.
So just to see, they have to pay that amount.
Hey.
Okay.
Could you know for free?
Okay.
I beg.
Understood.
Oh God, you don't get money. I beg. This is no Peter vibe. Silver and gold you should have.
I think when you use that line.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you lost a lot of clients.
Right.
I lost them and then I went on TikTok. I was like, you know what? Guys, I have something to say. It's been very hard these days because people are thinking I'm the one that leads stuff.
Yes.
When the issue, Hefer was supposed to give me an amount of money. He promised me Tuesday, I'm going to call you and send it to you. And the Tuesday came, and would you believe that this guy blocked me?
He blocked you.
He blocked me. Blocked with T at the end. And I was like,
why
oh
did
my
he
gosh.
block you?
He blocked me because he did not want to pay. That is sending a message. If you patronize from me, let's say I buy something from you, and then you are like, I tell you, oh, I know you, you know what? I'm going to pay you on Tuesday, okay? And Tuesday comes and then I've blocked you. I'm trying to tell you a message.
Yes.
When it comes to marketing business,
yes,
you know that, okay, this person is trying to say, means yeah. Okay.
But were you not popular at that time?
I was not popular.
Not as much.
Not as, because I had heard about you already.
Yeah, I was just popular for what I was doing on Twitter.
Okay.
And when that thing too came about, like when I was not hearing from him, I was like, you know what? There's this guy on Twitter that knows everybody. I texted him. I was like, hey, your friend Hayford, how is he doing? He said, oh, he's fine. I'm like, he has to give me some money, so please remind him for me. And the guy was like, what's the money for? He wants to know what's the money. I was like, oh, nothing. Just one of those Twitter promises. And then the guy said, okay, let me just tell him. He went to Hayford. He was like, hey, Headucator say you they owe him some money, or you go give him some money, something like that. And then this guy, out of nowhere, starts threatening me through the guy that she should fuck off. She's broke, her pussy stink. I'm like, hey. Now you're giving the guy the idea that we've linked.
Yes.
He went on his Twitter page to talk about my Bediancore's thinking. And I was like, I bath 3 times daily.
You're dating Bediancore?
Bediancore.
What's that?
The bushy.
The bussy.
The bussy.
Oh.
The bussy. Who was doing that? Hayford was going on Twitter ranting?
On Twitter writing and ranting and banting and confessing.
Wait. Can you pause for a second? Is Hayford gay? Like, do people know that he's gay?
Well, when my story came out with him, that's when a lot of people took him out. Oh, we've done stuff and he says you give me this and didn't give me and all that. But before that, there were signs that this guy is shameless.
Okay.
But I ignored those signs because it's business.
Okay.
You get it? There was this brouhaha going around that he's been sending his Tudaya.
Yes.
Ghanaian say Tudaya. He's been sending his Tudaya pictures to girls around.
Yeah, I heard that.
And the girls were like not happy and all that. So I was like, yo, what are you doing? And he, instead of him to apologize, he came out, he was like, oh, these girls, they should leave there. I'm giving K pennies. Who wants your hot pennies? I was like, what?
Really?
Oh my days.
Was this before, after your...
Before.
That was way before.
I saw that too.
So I mean, when he came to text me, I ignored it, and I didn't know he was that shameless. But what he didn't think was karma was coming for him after he told that girl that the girl is ugly and not a speck.
Yes, I saw that. That
You have the mouth to say someone is ugly, someone is this, someone is that, and you can't even pay common 3,000.
So he was owing 3,000.
Yeah,
cedis.
and he paid 750 out of the 3,000.
Okay, so he made a down payment.
So, yeah.
That payment was even out of sympathy. I wouldn't have taken. I would have taken everything ready, but I was like, you know what? Let me just take it. Okay, but after he went online to say all that, Twitter Spaces started coming out. They were like, oh, Hayford, you're an educator. Why? What's up? What they go on? And I was like, I don't want to talk. And Backyard created a space and was like, I should come and explain myself. I was like, you know what? Sure. This and this and this is what happened. And they were like, your videos are going around. And the videos, when people saw it, they were like, oh, okay, this is not educator. You're not explaining because I thought you were the one that leaked it. Because way before, we know what you do. And definitely you're looking good. So people are going to patronize you. So if your clients have not, you've not had any saga or scandal with anybody, you've linked with this person, you've linked with that person, you're not saying all those things, and then only this guy's own has come out, then he is the problem. So Ghanaians got to understand that, okay, I've been doing this way before, and nobody's name is out. So why is this guy's name out? That's when they came to understand that I'm not the one behind anything, because leaking is not my thing. I link with people, and because of their wives or girlfriends, their reputations matter to me. So I don't force them or anything. I don't even do cuddling.
Considerate queen.
Yeah, I don't. That place is for your girlfriend.
You don't want any kind of attachment to them. It's just transactional.
I made one guy get attached one time and I was like, I regretted it. He was flying all the way from Cote d'Ivoire every time.
A married man?
Yeah. When they are married, they are sweet though. And being trans, one thing is people think we are always the one that are bending
They come
over.
to you.
But yeah, I don't do the bending all the time.
You don't do the bending?
You bend them over sometimes.
Yeah.
I was asking you who's doing the bending.
You guys are freaky.
Oh, so you also okay? Because you said you've had relations with females before, so obviously
we do the bending sometimes. I barely do the bending because I like receiving a lot. When I'm receiving, all the curtains and everything should be closed because the sound is giving beatbox. Yeah.
Mac and cheese.
Macaroni.
So aren't you scared? Because Ghana right now, first of all, extremely, a lot of people are homophobic, that's one. And number two, the bill, the thoughts of the bill being passed and stuff. You don't just identify as trans, the evidence is there.
Yes.
That this and this is what's going on.
Yeah. So, I mean, people are like, when the bill is passed, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Someone even asked me one time that, what do I think about the bill that is being passed? And I was like, Ghana is a mother. Ghana knows what's best for her country. So that one, let me leave it to the country. But when people or ignorant people are like, oh, when the bill is passed, you see what we will do to you. I'm like, are you that broke that you don't know other countries and airplanes exist?
So you seek asylum.
Exactly. Yeah. I've already started. I've gotten one from the UK, but I'm trying to get a lot. Okay. So that I'll have a lot on my plate. I like to be very choosy. Okay, this one has beard, this one doesn't, this one has waves. What is down there? Ooh.
So you don't fear anything. You don't fear if the bill is
the only thing I
passed.
fear is God.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing I fear is God.
So you believe in God?
Thick one.
Is that what?
Thick one.
I've dated a few pastors.
What?
Why won't I believe in God?
Wait, no, it's not about that.
Let's run it back. Was this after? Was this after you transitioned?
After.
You dated the pastors after the transition.
When did I transition?
No, you said before, like after she transitioned.
After you transition, you dated these pastors after you transitioned.
Oh yeah, after I transitioned, every guy that I've had.
Can you give us some tea?
Okay, I can give you the tea, but no names.
No names.
That's no names.
So,
we respect.
I've dated only 3 pastors, and their relationship in some way. There was only one that made it feel weird because after sex you'll be praying at dawn, and I'm like, I'm the witch you are praying against. Please let me go home.
After sex with you, they'll be praying with
he'll be praying like I'm asleep, but I can hear him praying. Rabatoshi, I'm like, oh my God. Are you trying to take the trance out of me? Don't do that.
But he's enjoying the trance. How can you take it out of you?
I just finished swallowing your babies and you're doing this. Jesus, let me go home. Don't beg me.
Beg me.
I'm going.
Please stay. Okay, wait. These pastors, they approach you through like what, social media?
Social media.
What is the conversation like? What is the conversation?
Popular people always reach out with ghost accounts.
What is the conversation like with these pastors?
Hey,
How do
I
they
want to
approach?
get down with you. How does it go?
They're direct.
So
They
I
don't
like
ask you,
direct
how are
people.
you?
How are you? You know they buy pepper soup.
Okay.
I want direct, like, don't come and say, how are you doing? Some people will come be doing Shakespeare things. Your beauty is like, I beg, beauty is reinforced. Don't come and worry me. Go straight to the point.
So the pastors, they and at what point do you know that they're pastors? Because they're ghost
When they
accounts.
come, and then like we meet, I don't know, this Beriancore is not giving hit and run.
Okay.
It's giving hit and chase. Because some people think that the bussy cannot cream, but it can.
So what's the bussy for our audience?
The bussy is what is in the cakes.
What's the cake?
The takerer.
So we are picturing like the cake.
anus.
The cake is the asses, right?
The terumu. What Ghanaians say?
The
terumu.
anus.
Okay. I just wanted to be clear. I needed to be clear for them.
bussy is
I
the
need to be
anus.
clear for them.
Okay.
So
It's
the
not
bussy
anus.
Is what? Anus.
So you were saying it creams.
Yeah, it does.
Creaming as it was.
Okay, so
I think we understand what creaming is though.
yeah, but like sometimes it baffles these men when they're behind me and I'm giving it to them back to back. They're like, wait, how's that happening?
You don't get it
You
anywhere
don't
else.
get it. I'm like, well, it's giving Cochiana, so just relax and take this.
So is it their first? Then you're not their first encounter then.
Yeah.
Sometimes, okay, most of the guys I've been with, it's their first encounter.
Okay.
Their curiosity got them
So
there.
they're bi-curious.
Exactly. And these, I don't know, I feel like women who are more open to trying new stuff with their men can keep their men from being bi-curious.
Trying new stuff as in what? Like
As in,
having anal sex.
not even that per se, but some men, men feel some way. Do you know men even feel gay when they are cleaning their butts after pooing?
What?
If they feel like, I'm bending over to do this.
Yeah, some men.
Some super masculine
alpha
men.
males.
The alpha males.
It's like,
That's so
I
weird.
should just wash down because, it makes them feel some way.
Okay.
So, one tip I always tell girls is when you're doing the guac with your man, that's not the time to be Lady Birmingham or Lady Bridgerton. That's not the time to be, no.
You gotta go all in.
Guac. Okay. Spit on it, swallow it. When the kids are coming out, open your mouth and accept the anointing.
Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Okay.
But talking back to God, right? In like with the whole God thing,
Yeah.
what we have been taught is that God is not happy with the LGBTQ. So do you feel a spiritual connection with God? And how do you feel about this whole God situation? How can you love God and are you gay?
Well,
Like what do you, are you like your sexuality? Like,
What do you
say
identify
Gisela
as?
is straight,
I
like,
identify as a puzzle. I'm a whole lot. I'm a surpriser. I'm a box full of everything, anything sweet, juicy, alomo bitters.
okay. So how do you think God feels about being alomobitis?
Or a puzzle.
That is God.
okay.
One thing a mistake humans do is if I was God, I'll kill all people like you. You can't be God.
Yes.
How did God create a woman to be this beautiful? How did God distinguish between a woman and a man when he says he created man in his own image?
Yes.
We don't, the Holy Spirit or the Spirit does not have a gender. And people say, if I was God, I'll do this, I'll do that. No. In the book of Isaiah, he says that the thoughts of man and the thoughts of God is as high as the earth is from the sky. I know my Bible.
Period. I know that's
When
right.
it's time to do Hirababa, I can do it. I feel like religion is communication between one and his deity. I don't have to come and tell you, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that.
Yes.
I don't have to do things that will please you.
Yes.
A lot of Christians are not getting souls to evangelize to because they are doing it wrongly. They will see a prostitute and they're like, hey, this one, they don't go there. That's a false Christian.
Yes.
God was able to work with prostitutes.
Yes.
He went to brothels and you can't go there because you're judging them.
Yes.
Do you
Because
get
God
me?
is of love.
Of
And so
love.
if you have love,
That's
in
how
you,
I see him.
Yeah.
And every prayer that I pray for, he answers me. Beginning of this year, I went through a very tough time with my mom. One sickness I always feared caught my mom. And I prayed. And I did actually, Mama. And I was able to cure her.
What's actually mama?
I don't even know.
Selling Kochi.
So you're able to pay for it, and then the healing also came.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you go to church?
I go to one Catholic church. I don't want to tell anybody.
No, of course. That's
fine.
Yeah. I like Catholic songs. I just go there when they are done with the hymns. I go back home.
So you just go for the music.
Yeah.
But
Do
you pray at home.
Do you have like you have a personal relationship with God as
A
you
very
should.
personal one with
So
God.
and you have a very would you say you're spiritual?
Kind of.
Okay, you're spiritually connected to God.
Yeah.
So,
I know when this happens, you know what? This has happened because of something that was supposed to happen more than this.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to be like, okay, anyways, ciao. God will handle it.
Do you feel like whatever it is that you're going through, how you identify all your emotions, do you think that it's coming from you yourself, or do you think
It's
that
coming
there's
from me.
okay?
There
You
is
don't
no
feel there's no spiritual.
Some people are like, hey, this thing is a spirit. Bring that spirit and see.
But everything is spiritual, though. Everything
Everything is spiritual, actually.
It's spiritual before it's
Because-
manifested physically.
Yeah. So sometimes I feel like God knows. If he thought it was that bad, he would have killed me. But I'm still living.
yeah.
And some people are like, in 5 years' time, you see, I'm like, in 5 years' time, you will hide. You will see me and hide.
Or maybe this is just part of your journey. Do you think
mean-
you'll be this? Do you believe that you would be
This
a
way
trans woman forever?
Forever.
And so will you also be given transactions forever? Do you one day want to have a family?
I mean,
do you one day want to get married?
Exactly. I'm a woman. I'm growing. I would have to
Okay.
settle down and have kids from the west of Efia up to where. And you I'd have to settle down and have kids, you know. I mean, at the age of 30, I think I would have to settle down. I just entered 23rd January.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm enjoying 20. So if I do get a man that is like, you know what, just quit all you're doing for me. I want you for myself. I'll be like, okay, how much is the weekly allowance?
So, how do you then feel about the other trans men or women or the gays that say they have been saved? So now they are like back to being like straight or back to their actual genders and stuff.
One thing is, you can't pray the gay away,
You can't pray the gay away.
but you can pray some stuff on you away, but you can't pray the gay away. The more you try to hide, the more it comes for you.
What?
Some men are like, I won't do it. I won't do it. They get edges for it and they're like, I will never do this. I can never do it. I will never do it. And then they keep fighting it. It's gotten to the point where I sometimes feel like when these men are even married, sometimes I find out myself, I don't want them to tell me, because when they tell me, I'm like, hey, their wives. And I stopped doing Ghanaian married men. I just do the Ghanaians that don't live in Ghana. Because most Ghanaian married men, they don't know how to cheat.
Yeah.
They don't.
Why they'll be caught?
One guy was like, my wife caught me what do I do? I was like, what do you do? Me, my part is clear, my coast is clear. Over, Mayday.
Right.
And you've been caught. Commander, why? Why have you been caught?
How, like, the wives go through their phones and they find the conversations between you guys?
Just like how the guy went to bath and then you discovered.
Yeah.
So you could have also used locking apps.
Yeah.
I mean, I watch every single time.
Period.
I don't stop watching. It's more of like a reliever when I get my plenty chore and I'll put it down, close my curtain, on AC to 16, sometimes on some fan, get some juice, and then open my leg and go naked. I'll be like,
back to what you were saying. You said that the question that she asked, you can pray the gay away.
you can't.
But if you're praying for the Holy Spirit to take over you, or you're praying for Christ to deliver you from things that's not like him, because at the end of the day, these things are not of Christ. Lying, stealing, cheating, fornication, all of these things are not like Christ. So if you continue to live a life of prayer or a life of fasting and consecrating and reading the word of God, don't you think as you continue to do it, yes, these things will come to you, but with the Holy Spirit, can't
like
you fight against it?
Everyone has their cross.
Yes.
I mean, sin is part of man.
Yes.
Ever since Adam did what he did. What I always say is if I was Eve, I wouldn't eat the fruits. Guess who I'll swallow?
We know what you swallow. I think we know.
Exactly. So I mean, ever since they did that, it got to a point where sin is now part of man. In the Old Testament, every sin is death.
Yes.
When you sin, you're just gone.
Yes, stoned to death or
Ananias
whatever.
and his wife, the earth broke and they entered. That was all. And in the New Testament, God realized he could not take away sin from men. So what he had to do was to die for our sins.
Yes.
So forgiveness can exist.
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, forgiveness is there, but how long are you going to keep sinning and sinning and sinning? I feel like this is my sweet cross. I enjoy this cross. Now, my own palava sauce. If you have a problem with it, go to the kitchen and prepare your own palava sauce.
Okay, so do you believe in heaven and hell?
I do believe in heaven.
Okay.
I believe I'll go to heaven because I have a very good heart.
Okay.
I'm a very kind person. I'm very smart, very demure, very mindful of
Very
why I was
cutesy.
created.
Very good. But it's not just about being a good person. It's also about our deeds.
I mean, when heaven comes...
And repentant.
When heaven comes, I will see. I'm like, people are like, do you worship? I'm like, yes. I'm always on my knees. I worship two things: a BBC and God.
A
So wait,
a BBC. What the hell is a BBC?
Big black cock.
What is wrong with you?
So wait, the sin that you're saying is attached to man. Is it being a trans woman or like the prostitution part?
Sin, I don't know. I feel like sin is deed wise. That's for me. That's what I believe in, and nobody has been able to change that. I feel like sin is your deed, what you're doing. Okay, your friend is doing this, you're envying. In the commandments, I didn't see don't have money for sex.
Don't have what?
Money for sex.
She didn't see don't have money for
But
sex.
it's fornication all day.
Fornication is not part of the thing.
It's not bad.
Yeah, but no fornication. Yeah, thou shalt not fornicate.
Okay, that's enough. It's part.
Yes.
Well, for me, there's no marriage in the picture.
Fornication is the act of having sex when you're not married.
Yeah.
Yes.
What if I don't want to marry?
But you just said you want to marry and have kids.
I mean,
You
my
said it.
marriage is going to be a contract. It's a contract, not marriage.
Okay, so it's gonna be a contract and not marriage.
Yeah, like just
so
like
a life partner.
Yeah, life part. Oh, I mean,
So do you have a penis?
Oh yeah, it's like 7 inches when it's soft.
Hey, that's why you're bending people over.
It's good I didn't bring my phone here. I would have shown you something that might traumatize you. The whole.
Is it like a dick pic?
Not a dick pic. I would have put one of you in my Telegram channel.
Put me.
Princess, put it in it. Anyway, so do you plan on like ever cutting it off?
No, I'm not going to cut it off. Some
I
people
feel
are
like they enjoy it more. Like they love trans women when they have the penis.
Boyfriend in our badass, yeah. Boyfriend in our badass, yeah.
Can you please translate?
It's a tree saying that things that are nice are things that have
Sticks.
I mean, no, are things that are they have restrictions, like restrictions. Things that are nice have restrictions.
Okay.
But for me, I'm being literal. Abadasye.
Okay. Abadasye. But do you plan on getting like implants? Like breast implants?
Oh, definitely. The hormones are going to give, they started giving me tissues.
Okay.
So, I mean, now it's giving suckable succum, you know.
Hey, where do you get these things from?
Please, how can you get every man in Ghana? You said that.
Yes,
I want to know how you can get every man in Ghana.
Not every man in Ghana. You know, sometimes it's levels. Okay. The only thing that can make me get a guy you are going after is when I've elevated to your standard. I don't drive.
Okay.
My name is Uber. My name is car.
Lexus.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's like your standard. But sometimes what can only attract a man of a high standard to someone like me is the appearance. Packaging. You have to really package.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not every single time that you have to be losing, you know, anything. No.
Yeah.
There are men looking.
Sure.
When I go outside, even the all black.
I was coming to that. That guy you were grinding.
Hey, don't worry, we'll get there.
I mean, that guy, we are friends.
Okay.
But like at that instant, he didn't know I was a
trans.
Yeah. And I told him that.
But he thought you were a full woman.
He thought we were just cruising. And I was like, I have what you have. He said, what's the energy? Like,
definitely the energy.
The energy.
So how did he take it?
He was like, you're in Ghana? I was like, yes, please. He said, okay, that's nice.
He's a Ghanaian. Like, he's a Ghanaian?
He's a Ghanaian. Like, I mean, he's even, I don't know, I started realizing that he's also feminine. So that for me, that's cruise. Do you get it? But when I go out, men can't approach me. I'll just be there after the outing. I'll come and be sleeping and then you see notifications. Hey, I saw you. You're looking good.
You.
Hey, do you get it? What are we going to do? What does it take to do? What does it take to do that? For me, if I'm replying a message and it's not about money, leave. Yeah, replying is...
It's a waste of time.
Yeah. Imagine I was someone like, if you're and you come to text me, hi, it's $1,000. How are you?
2,000. So do you always like dress feminine or do you sometimes just like...
I dress feminine, but I can disguise. When I'm traveling, people don't even recognize me. It's only if maybe where I'm going, I just feel like, you know what, let me just be myself and go and then I'm myself. But when I'm traveling, the first time I went to Nigeria by road, I looked like a Muslim woman.
What do you mean?
I disguised. I wore...
Okay, you wore like
Jarabaya, Mayafai, Jarabaya.
Jalabia.
Yeah.
I did not even realize.
I didn't know what Jalabia you were even saying.
I didn't know.
It's Jarabaya.
Okay.
It's Jarabaya. I wear that all the time.
Okay.
Like, not all the time, but when I'm going somewhere.
Okay.
So I wore that and then they check your Ghana card. You see when you're traveling by road, they check your Ghana card and stuff. I was like, hey, I paid the driver to tell them that I left mine. I'm a Nigerian citizen, so I paid him extra. And then I went safely, came back safely.
Okay, then Nigeria.
I get bookings in Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, Benin, Togo.
It's just an international bussy. Is it bussy or bussy?
Bussy.
International bad girl pussy.
Okay, so you've not been outside of Africa yet?
No, I've not been outside of Africa.
But you've had conversations with people who are outside of Africa?
Almost all my subscribers are not from Ghana.
Your Telegram subscribers?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many subscribers do you have?
So I had one account, it got banned. I had 350 people there.
Wow.
And then they pay, they don't pay at the same time. Some people are like, so how much do you make a month? Like, they don't pay at the same time. So someone's own will come out, use it to do wash and wear, to go. Another person's own too will come. So I just spend and it replaces. I spend, it replaces.
Okay.
What's my yeah.
Okay.
It just comes back all the time. One thing I also feel about money is when you're afraid to spend money, you will never get money.
Yeah.
But when you're like, let me just eat it, it will come.
Okay.
Sometimes I can go broke, and by broke I mean I've reached a limit. I'm like, I've never reached. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck is happening? And then I'm like, no, let me just GI. I'll sleep. Someone will text me, how much for your VVIP subscription? I'm like, hey, oh no. Oh my god.
So I'm really curious to know. In the feed, you mentioned having a family, wanting to have a family in the future?
Not a family.
Okay.
One thing I have as a dream is I would build a children's home.
Okay.
As much as I love kids so much.
You
That's
have
why
a very good heart.
That's why I swallow some.
Hey, I even said it too late. I said it too late. Too early.
Don't worry.
So you can protect them here in your tummy.
I mean, not even in my tummy, but like I love kids so much. I just love
Which
kids.
one now? I don't know which kids you're talking about. The one that's swallowed or like the actual
No,
kids in
I mean
this
the
earth?
actual one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there was when I used to cash out a lot. There was this thing I would do. I'll give my mom money to go and give the kids in the
Okay.
neighborhood.
Oh, that's
and I used to also have this good news club where like it's full of kids. I'll tell them stories, give them snacks, they will go home. That was during the Corona time, but I stopped because I mean things got tough.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah.
That's so sweet.
Thank you so much.
But do you want to have like an actual
Your own family?
Yeah, your own family.
Adopt or have a
definitely I would
surrogate.
adopt.
Or you can have a surrogate.
Yeah. I'm just trying to understand who you marry. Will you marry a woman or a man when you finally decide to have kids, to have a family?
Yes.
Or should we get to the bridge?
when we get to that bridge, we'll cross it.
A man.
Will your younger self be proud of you right now?
So proud. Brent, you've done well.
Yeah.
It's been hard. Super hard. It goes suicidal sometimes. But when you kill yourself, who is going to make these people laugh?
Honestly.
What takes you to that stage of suicidal? What?
Like, I've not been suicidal for 4 years now.
Thank God.
But I mean, when I was starting to embrace myself, it got to a part where, you know, everyone that I loved left me. I used to really have so many female friends, bad bitches and all that. And when the Hey for the Shoe came, these were girls that were in school. When the Hey for the Shoe came, everybody deserted. Nobody wanted to be associated with me. I was like, it's fine.
Oh, that's interesting.
But you should actually be happy because they're not real.
That's interesting because I thought women were more accommodating.
You know, but some women
in Ghana
feel competition.
Oh,
that's
Look at
insane.
Bobrisky. A lot of women are going to say, Mommy of Lagos.
Yeah.
Bobrisky is very careful with people he invites around him. If you play, they will poison you right now. Do lose God and see.
Yeah.
They will poison you right now. Women are very jealous when it comes to, it's part of human nature, but some women, when I see you guys, your friendship, I'm like, these people must have gone through the toughest thing and survived it, because I'm like, what you're laughing? Oh my God.
I feel like it's women who lack confidence who are going to have
exactly.
like,
they feel
compete with each
everything
other.
is competition.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When someone says you are more beautiful than some girls, I'm like, don't say that. They were naturally born girls. They can be beautiful every day. But for me, I have to be paying for beauty.
You have to buy it.
I have to buy it. I have to stress for it. But women can sleep and wake up and they're like, oh, even if I look ugly, now meat pie day there, no piece of say.
So is your mommy aware of the transactional sex?
Oh, my mom is so aware.
Oh, okay.
She saw my Instagram one time. She was like, hey, this is what you are doing. Hey, Shakira. I'm like, Mom, come on, don't say
She's
that.
young, yeah. Your mom is young.
She's a baddie.
Okay, but
When
she's
she got, okay, so my mom got cancer. That was at the beginning of this year.
sorry to
But
hear
we
that.
crossed that bridge very sharp.
Okay, that's the sickness you were talking about. That okay,
we
wow.
crossed it very sharp.
So she has seen life and death already.
My
So now
mom,
she's very
I don't know,
open-minded.
I feel like she's the strongest person I know.
No, honestly,
She's
yeah.
very open-minded. She's so open-minded. And I don't know, she has not spent all her time in Ghana.
Okay.
She used to be going out and coming, like she used to go to other countries and come. I'm like, okay. So I don't know, I prioritize her a lot. When we're staying
As you
together,
should.
people in the neighborhood like will go against will fight with my mom. And I'll go and chest the fight.
They will fight with you.
I will chest it. Then the next day they will be like, they will see my mom and greet her the next day. Because I'm tall.
Yes, you're very tall.
very
So I
tall.
put all the... everybody is mad though. Now front away they help us. Everybody is crazy. Now front away they help us. And I don't know, apart from my mom, I have some loved ones that are always like by my side, giving me company, advising me. So I mean, life is smooth now. One of my favorite people is the guy's name. It's called Derry.
Hi, Derry.
Bro, too thick and thin.
Yeah.
You get. So like people like that,
Have you filmed with him before?
film. Oh no, no. My
Just
childhood
asking.
friend.
Okay.
I only film with. People think, some men think I carry a camera everywhere, and that's not even the case. When I'm going to see a guy, I only take a phone for my location purpose.
Okay.
I send a location to my security. I send one to my mom.
For safety.
I send one to Dairy, my friend. So I mean, wherever I go, they know this is where I'm going.
Yeah.
And some girls are not even smart. When you go to a man's house and he's like, does anyone know you are here? Take your things and leave.
That's scary. That's a scary question. Why
Does
do you
anyone know
care?
you are here?
Yeah.
Why would you ask that question?
Yeah.
I've encountered so many things. I've seen stuff. You get me?
We are glad you're safe.
I feel like you're a very strong person. You're very strong spirited.
Some people are like, how are you 20 and with this attitude? I'm like, I'm a 20 years girl, but I have a 70 years old woman's attitude.
You've been through a lot.
I've been through it. I've seen it. I've seen death and I jumped it. So I mean, and I'm paying my own rent. Buying my own food, taking care of myself, my people around me. Sometimes I'll send money to my mom. She's like, don't do it. I'm like, Mom, I feel like doing it because I love you. Just do your nails, do something to your hair, and look purr too.
That's so lovely.
Should I?
Well, go ahead.
So we'll be wrapping up soon, right?
Yeah.
But I wanted to know, right, if you have any regrets, like, with whatever goes on in Ghana here, do you sometimes wish, like I should have been just a boy without like the feminine side, so that I'll just be free with all this stigma and everything? Like, do you sometimes wish, because apparently you can't fight it, it's in you to be like a woman. So do you wish like you came like the average man so that you can just have your peace of mind, or you're just like okay and happy with?
If I came like a man who eats these married men's asses.
It's so valid question. Who would do it?
Because some girls don't.
Can you be serious? Like, can you just be serious? Like, God, I can't. Like, this
Who's gonna do it?
No.
Nobody, I mean.
So Ajinkwa, you're here to save the day.
Ajinkwa, what a nerd.
No, I think this is just a small part of your journey. I think there's something greater that lies ahead of you because you really have an amazing heart. Anybody who sits next to you and encounters you will see you for your heart and not anything else. Honestly, like you are a genuine person. You're I feel like you're of truth and you're true to yourself. And a lot of people would judge you, and those people, they're all living a life that's a lie.
Exactly.
But you are living in your truth, and I feel like God is going to really surprise you in the years to come. And this is just a little part of your journey.
Robert,
I'm serious. I feel like I feel a connection with her. You know, so like I'm proud of you for living in your truth. You know, for accepting yourself for who you are. And me, I love you. Like I don't know when did I meet? I don't know when I met you, but it's like
talking on social media.
I think it was Snapchat.
I'll keep getting blocked, and she still remembers me. I'm like,
and I find your snap because I feel like people are gonna judge you, and they're judging you for the wrong reasons. The wrong reasons. And when people are ignorant, they fear what they don't know. So because they fear you, they attack you. And instead of trying to understand your story, where you come from, how you became who you are, and then but not knowing that there's a bright future for you. Honestly, just keep your head up. But I really want you to deal with your trauma.
Yes, maybe you should see a therapist. You should have closure with your car.
Nice and a man.
You see a woman.
It will be a woman.
You see a woman. Find you a woman.
Yes, I have a woman. I'll give to you. A woman.
Lesbian too.
No, I want you to do. No, all jokes aside, like we're laughing a lot, but you've been through something that's very traumatic,
Confront your cousin,
and you've
maybe.
not dealt with it.
I don't know.
Don't even confront the cousin. That's not going to bring you closure. You need to seek insights deeply and deal with it, because once you're able to break that and deal with that, a lot of things are going to be clear for you. You're going to get a lot of understanding in so many ways. I feel like God will speak to you.
Okay.
Like why you do certain things, why you tolerate certain things, why you let certain things
Sometimes
go.
you might think what you're doing is normal and it's on your own will, but it's not.
down to friendships, your relationship with your mom, like how you deal
bringing
with
it
everything.
to even the hey for thing.
Yeah.
When you were younger, when you were 6-year-old, somebody took advantage of you. You let it go. You almost let this go till it got leaked.
Yes.
You almost let it go as well.
Almost.
Exactly.
So
yes, you can't just be. Sometimes you have to fight back.
And you gotta fight, and you have to fight back spiritually.
Yeah.
You know, there's some things that I used to do, you know, that I was praying for, that I wanted. I would also say, God, make me into what you want me to be. We always say God has given us a free will.
Yeah.
But to give God back that free will is actually the free will that we really need in this life. Like I always say, God, take the free will and make me into the woman that you want me to be. So I think that's something that you should also pray for, you know, for God to make you into what He wants you to be.
Receiving it.
No, honestly, you know, we live this life and we think that we're all like we're doing things by like just like that. No, everything is a reason, you know. So me, I really, really want the best for you, and I'm here for you if you want to speak. Don't charge me though. Don't come and charge me. I'll give you some of my clothes.
But this has been a lovely conversation.
A lovely conversation.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
you're
so
amazing.
happy we actually like got the chance to meet you in person.
Yes.
Because the way social media
has made
paints people black, it's so bad. Like it's so discouraging, because I've seen several interviews with you in it. I've seen people talk about you on TikTok, and it's always like giving. She's not a nice person. She's being used by the devil.
I think people are getting used to Headucator right now because I'm on your live.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they've hated Sandra.
But they always watch it.
It's funny.
Now
I get on live and then I'm seeing purr on the pages, and these are like actual straight guys. Right. I'm like we don't know too.
Yeah.
I purred y'all too.
They're adapting like the way they adapted to Bobrisky.
I'm speaking from the perspective of a follower who doesn't really, like somebody who doesn't really see her. Because me, I'm barely on TikTok. I just come and post and leave.
Yeah.
So I don't really, the few times I see things about her are like nasty stuff, and they are not encouraging to want to even speak to her when you meet her. And I'm sure there are a lot of people out there. This is probably somebody's first time hearing of her, like the people watching right now. So it's very refreshing to like have you come here, hear you talk, like listen to you speak your mind and your truth, and you're very open about your experiences. It's very encouraging. I feel like this is something that would have people also come out to speak their truth, or like be more comfortable with like their life and then how they are and then who they are. Like thank you so much for coming.
Honestly,
like, this has been
I love you.
Yeah.
Like, it's been educative and everything.
And me, I feel like I'm one of the open-minded people I know in my life. But I'm so glad that you came here for us to learn certain things. And as a society, like when I said I don't mind somebody being bisexual, I basically don't care about what somebody does with their life because it doesn't affect me in any way. And I hope that one day as a society we'll come to a conclusion that sometimes it's just not our business and we can just move about our day as long as it is not affecting us in any way. Like, where do you live?
Someone.
You live, not mention your area, but let's say you live at Pantine. I live at Nyameche. I don't care what you are doing at Pantine.
That was close, so.
Like the distance isn't too long for me to care what you are doing. So I hope that one day as a society we will just leave people to do what they want to do and just
people. You don't know what
when God comes, we see who did wrong and who did right.
I'm just hoping that when God comes and that thing they say He's going to show what we did on the TV.
TV.
God, please, it's $15.
On that note, this was Rants, Bants, and Confessions with Headucator.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yes, thank you so much for coming.
I loved coming. I don't know, like, oh my gosh.
Which coming?
Which one?
Hey.
No, wait. I think I'm wet.
Bye guys.
Thank you, guys.
But